I'm going to show you how to adjust height of IKEA PAX wardrobe with the sliding doors if your ceiling is too low, like in this case, to achieve this built-in look of the IKEA PAX sliding door for the quarter of the price of the built-in wardrobes. This all gonna be in a 3 parts, and in this part 2 I'm gonna explain you how to put together adjusted frames for IKEA PAX wardrobes, how to organize everything regarding the ceiling, as we're gonna work in a very close space regarding the top of the wardrobe and the ceiling to adjust them correctly together before the door installation. In a part 1 I explain everything about the measurement of the ceiling, measurement of the panels, what to cut from the panels, what to keep, how to prepare the slim panel under the bottom, what kind of tools to use, and how to prepare for a part 2 where we're gonna put the frame together. In a part 3 I'm gonna show you everything about the joining the wardrobe's top and bottom rail and how to hang the doors on. I'm gonna explain everything about the measurements on the top and on the bottom, from the ceiling to the hinges of the sliding door, how to achieve this built-in look of the IKEA PAX wardrobe for the quarter of the price of the built-in wardrobes. Let's do part 2 now. We're gonna prepare all the panels first, so it's gonna be basically exactly the same as you're building IKEA PAX wardrobe, apart from the side panels. They are pre-cut already, as we cut them in a part 1, so if you didn't see that part, go back and check the first part and then come to the part 2 where you're gonna see how they are put together. I like to organize my screws together so I have a better idea of what I'm doing. All these parts, this is the adjustable legs we're not gonna use here, as we cut the side panels on the bottom part. So this is what you have, all the screws, plugs, everything what you need. We're gonna start to work on the dividing panels, top and bottom panels. We're gonna have 4 in this case, as we have 2 IKEA PAX wardrobe frames. So 2 wooden plugs on each side. Just place them in, and we're gonna do exactly the same on the other side. Place 2 wooden plugs on each side of the top and the bottom panel. So we have 2 frames here, as I mentioned, already pre-cut on the bottom side. And here we have 2 slim panels, which they're going under the bottom panel. Usually you have 2 wooden plugs on each side, and we have only 1 wooden plugs on each side, as we cut them to the measure. Now we can prepare the locks for the top and the bottom panel. Don't forget to put the arrow in the right direction. That's mean it's facing the holes. If you put the arrow any other way around, you're not going to be able to connect the frames together. It's just going to be a bit annoying, because we're going to build all this wardrobe upright and we're going to have quite limited space on the top as well, so you can avoid all the complications before by preparing the frames correctly. So arrow in the right direction facing the hole at the front. We have those top and bottom panels ready. Now we can prepare the side panels. So we're gonna have 4 side panels, 2 for each wardrobe. We're gonna have 2 wardrobe frames, and we place those long screws with the head on the top. In the first hole, this is the top part. Just go till the stopper, not deeper or not higher. Otherwise, you're gonna have a problem again when you're connecting the frames. At the bottom, just make sure the bottom panel, the slim ones, they cut correctly, and we can place in the second hole exactly the same, those long screws till the stopper only. There it is. Now we can put all the panels on the side. Still need to fix those 2 screws on the other 2 panels on the bottom part, so 2 screws for each panel here. Just place them in, and we can position all the panels on the side. As you're gonna assemble upright, the space is very limited, so watch out what you have on the ceiling. You see halogen lamps I have here, just count on it. First, we're gonna have these plastics, they coming in. Usually you put them only after, but as we have very limited space here, we're gonna place them in before the assembly. So just place them in. Don't need to push them all the way in. You can keep them like 1 or 2 millimeters out, so you're gonna have easier time when you're gonna place the rail in. As there is limited space, you're gonna hardly put the fingers in, because between the ceiling and top of the wardrobe, you're gonna have just about 1 1.5 centimeter, 1.7 centimeter roughly on some parts. So you're gonna have hard time to put the fingers in and close this in. You would not be able to put them in when the frames are built already, so prepare them before. And we can place all your panels around you so you have access to everything. And we can place the bottom slim panel first. You see I'm pushing towards the wall here in the moment, so I have something to hang on when I'm placing the panels. So you have a wall or someone may be holding from the side, that's very useful. Just place it in the bottom panel and the slim under bottom panel and secure it once it's in. Don't forget to hold the side panels because at this point it can collapse. You see it holding, but still bear that in mind, that can collapse at any time. If you have someone who can hold, that's very helpful. If not, just watch out. Here we place the top panel. I'm on the ladder at the moment already and I have the second panel close to me. Once I'm happy, the panel come nicely in, I can secure it at least one screw so it's not gonna go anywhere from the side, and we can push the second panel in. See, I have it very close to me so I can access it easily if I'm alone here. You build with someone who can pass you the panels, it's much easier, but it is possible this way. You can see just secure all 4 screws. You see the arrows was in the right direction, so we don't have problem locking the screws, and now all 3 sides are locked. The bottom part is gonna be still open, so we're gonna deal with this one now. The frame at the moment is connected with on the 3 sides, but still keep in mind this can collapse at any point because we don't have the back panel in. So here we're gonna slide the side panel in to the slim bottom panel and the bottom panel. Once you're happy, you can secure it. Just twist the lock to the right side using electric screwdriver here, very useful with a clutch, so I'm not gonna overrun the locks. I'm gonna leave the link in the description for all tools I'm using here so you can check it out. I'm gonna put the back panel in, make sure you're in the right place, that's mean just between the side panels correctly. If there is a small gap, make sure that small gap is equal in all 4 corners. That's how you achieve the right position of the wardrobe frame, as we cannot measure it from corner to corner here, so I just make sure all the corners have exactly the same gap in the corners. Secure the bottom. After you can secure the top, when it's in the right position you can secure all the back panel around. You see that halogen light on the top. If you in the case like this and you have to move the wardrobes around, make sure you're gonna have enough space for all your lights on the top. Here L-shaped brackets, we can attach them as we're gonna secure this wardrobe on the wall. So just place them in and attach them in the corners. There is pre-drill hole in the back panel, so the hole on the bracket is right on the hole on the back panel. Put the frame where you need it now, and we're gonna prepare the second frame exactly the same. Make sure all the lights and everything, nothing obstructing you from the assembly, and place the plastic first in. As I mentioned before, not gonna be able to place those in once you build the wardrobe frame, so you have to do this in advance. Just place them in 1-2 millimeters from the end, so you're gonna be able to slide the rail in once you're on the top. You see there's a very little gap from the frame to ceiling. That's why we have to do this step before. And exactly the same as in the previous frame, we're gonna put the slim bottom panel, then the bottom panel. Just slide it in. Here I'm not leaning against the wall, I'm just leaning against the corner of the wardrobe only. You see it's a bit harder to push it in because I don't have a proper support on the side. So if you have a wall on the side, you can just push it against the wall. Is much easier to deal with the panel that way. Have all your tools together. You see this small screwdriver is very handy. I'm gonna leave the link in the description again for all the tools I'm using so you can check it out. Place the top panel in. Once you're happy with the gap there, you can secure it. It's going a bit harder here because I have the support only in the corner of the wardrobe because I want you to see. I didn't push it all the way to the left. Hold the panel with one hand. This could be quite demanding on your hands, so that's why you have to have all the panels around you if you don't have anyone with you. But you can do it alone. As you can see, it's not that difficult. Just push the panels close to you where you're working, and you can have them conveniently positioned so you don't have a problem to put them together. here. Just have to push it slightly harder from the side. Once you're happy with the hole on the right corner with the gap, you can secure the screws, twist it to the right side. You see the whole frame is wobbling quite a lot, so just watch out at this point when we have 3 or 4 sides closed, because there is no back panel. It's very wobbly at this point, so if you push it a bit harder, it's gonna collapse all. So just watch it while you're doing this. You see it's all wobbling quite a lot. Now we have the back panel, and this back panel for those wardrobes is folding in 3 parts, so it's quite hard to put it in. But make sure you do the bottom panel first, the bottom side first. Just get between the sides correctly and secure at least 1 nail at the bottom. Then you're gonna have easier part on the top. All this, if you're alone and no one supporting the top, it can kind of fold on you from the top. So just watch for that. Otherwise, you'll be fine just as soon as you secure the bottom, at least 1 or 2 nails at the bottom. I open one part here, so it's not gonna collapse on me at the top, not gonna fold on me. Just secure one at the bottom. Once I'm happy with the gaps on the side, I'm gonna do exactly the same on the top. Make sure all the gaps, they are exactly the same. That's how you achieve the right position of the frame, so you're not gonna have problem later on with the doors. Not gonna have to adjust the door too much if you put those frames in a wrong position. That's mean it's not 90 degrees in each corner if you're gonna go with the different gaps in each corner. Once you're happy how is it positioned, you can secure it all around. Just place the nails all over, and we have the second frame almost done. There it is. You see the light is very close there, but enough space to move the wardrobes around. So if you have the same case with any lights, just watch for that. And we achieved this nice built-in wardrobes with the both frames. See close on the ceiling, maybe 1.5, 1.7 centimeters only. That's how we like it. Bottom panels are cut, but you cannot see it. It's just a bit smaller at the bottom, which is gonna be actually very good when the sliding doors gonna come, because the doors are closer to the bottom, so they look like a built-in wardrobes for 1/4 of the price. So this is end of the part 2, when we did the frames and prepare everything for the doors, which is gonna be part 3, where I'm going to explain everything about the bottom and the top panel, how to join the frames, how to prepare the wardrobes for the fixing on the wall, and then I will explain everything about the doors, all the measurements from the bottom on the top, what is the closest measurements to the ceiling you can go if you're hanging the door or if you're just sliding them from the side. Thank you for watching, have a fantastic day, and see you in a part 3.